Hello, everybody. Mike in Southern California again. It's Monday, February the 24th, 2020, and you're on the mic. So first up, let me get something out of the way here. I know I've been saying that I'll get to cover the appeals process and all that, which I still plan, or the appellant brief, basically Vic's brief for the appeals hearing. I know I've been saying that, and I do plan on doing that. I'm just waiting for Nick to finish his streams on it, and also hopefully do some of the other videos that he was saying. He was, the shorter videos, because I want to make sure, of course, I have a full understanding of what is, of course, said in it before, doing any commentary on it. There were some concerns I had going into the appeals case, but from the looks of it, those concerns I had are being addressed. So, but I'll talk more about that when I do the video on some of the other parts of the appeals. So with that in mind, just be patient. I'll get to that soon enough. Today, though, there are a couple of things that came out over the week, news items that came out over the weekend. So I wanted to talk about them. One involving, of course, Kitchener Comic Con. The other involving Awesome Collectibles, the collectible store that hosted Vic's signing a couple months back. Okay, so here we go. So you know that many on Kick Vic, from the actors involved to some of the main players involved to now the conventions that are getting involved, you know that they're in trouble, that their narrative is in trouble when they have to go on the attack. I talked about this, of course, on Thursday. Kick Vic on the offensive. We've been seeing, basically we've been seeing these tactics, for a good part of the year thus far, dating all the way back to the podcast that was released, that Renfamous, LJ Montello, and Mars Girl had been involved with. And the latest attacks happened over the past weekend here. First up, the big one. Now, as you all know, about a couple weeks ago, I did. About a couple weeks ago, I did a video on the Kitchener drama of some of the initial stuff that LJ Montello was doing. Well, as we found out over the past few days here, Kitchener Comic Con is under attack again. It recently came out that Anime North, according to two staffers of Anime North, that they were told in no uncertain terms that that if they attended or supported Kitchener Comic Con, they would ban them from ever participating in Anime North again. We know that we've been hearing a lot from Crumbrion, aka Dark Side Evie, on the matter. This is, of course, first reported, as I believe, by SG Sammy, but also Come Geek Some, also reported on it earlier today. So as more information is coming out, apparently, Anime North is acting somewhat like the Mafia. They're trying to get together with some of the other big cons. They're saying, they're trying to, quote unquote, make an example out of Kitchener Comic Con. Let me say this directly to Kitchener Comic Con. Stay strong. You do have support out there. There are people, like SG Sammy, like Come Geek Some, like myself, who will cover this and make sure that people are not going to get that you're not going to get railroaded. We'll shine a spotlight on them that will be so bright it will burn them. And I mean that figuratively, not literally. Okay. Um, and Anime North has gotten some clapback from it. We had some people commented that now make no mistake, Anime North is an SJW convention. Okay. I mean, I think we saw last year when when one of our own when Jamie Markey had one of our own fans kicked out of it, who was just and they hadn't even necessarily declared which side they were on. They were just asking a question, you know. But as we've seen with Kick Vic, if you don't believe what they say, then you're the enemy. So now, now they're trying to blackball Kitchener Comic Con. They're trying to now, from what I understand, obviously I'm in California, so I'm nowhere near Kitchener. Okay, in a way I kind of wish I was, because I would have liked to attend their events, because they right now it's this weekend will be Kitchener Comic Con, and I'll be talking more about that tomorrow, of course, in my anime convention preview. But they also, about a month or so ago, had Kitchener Toy Con as well. I think it would have been nice to go there, and because they have the con in City Hall, in Kitchener City Hall, so that would have been interesting to see. But and I encourage people in the Kitchener area, Kitchener and surrounding areas, if you don't have anything better to do, go out and check out the con. Vic's gonna be there. You can say hi to him, and help go and support the con. Don't let these bullies win. Don't let these self-indulgent, self-righteous individuals win. Don't let them bully you. And something, Anime North, if you really want to try to blackball people, if you really want to say, well, we're going to ban you if you support, go ahead. You're just one con. Okay? You try, there's a saying that's become real popular of late. Get woke, go broke. Try pushing your agenda on people. They're likely to flip you the bird and say, fine. See how you like being the only 5 or 6 people in your con. Okay. If we want to stop cons like Anime North from doing the garbage that they're doing, then we have to stop supporting them. Okay. I'm not I'm not really somebody who encourages cancel culture. It's ultimately up to you what you want to decide to do. Okay. I'm not gonna I won't any con that engages in the behavior Anime North does. I won't I won't promote them. Okay. But at the same time, I'm not going to demote them either. I'm not going to sit there and tell people they shouldn't go. You should have the power. You should have the information and the power to make that decision on your own. Okay. If you believe what Anime North and cons like it are doing is wrong, then nobody's pointing a gun at your head to support them. Each and every individual out there is ultimately responsible for their behavior and actions. Okay, but as I said, rather than demote the bad cons or even get into that, my point is I want to really encourage Kitchener Comic Con to stay strong, because people will support you. Bullies lose their effect when you stand up to them. Bullies lose their power when you stand up to them. And the, and when you have hundreds and thousands of people backing you up, they'll shrink even further. So I encourage those in the Kitchener area, Kitchener and the surrounding area of Kitchener to go support the con. Go say hi to them. Go tell them, hey, look, we're with you. We'll support you. You know, don't let Anime North win. Or any con that behaves like Anime North. Um, so with that, moving on to the next point. So as everybody knows, awesome. About a couple months ago, I actually was there. Okay, and it was a good time to be had, and I have some previous videos on this. Awesome Collectibles a couple months back had hosted an event for Vic, a signing meet and greet kind of event, to where people, and the line, as many of you saw in the videos, the line stretched around the block. You know, the line stretched around the block. There were like over 700 people there. Some estimates say there were like 800 or over 800 people there. So that's basically between 700 and 800 people there by the time all is said and done. And again, I praise Awesome Collectibles for standing up for what is right. Well, in retaliation, we have Miss L.J. Montello once again trying to interfere with the business. She's putting all these 1-star Yelp reviews on it. And now I was even watching Come Geek Some's video on it earlier too. Okay, she's not only trying to damage Awesome Collectibles, she's trying to damage the whole area. There was one comment she made, well, the area's not safe, especially for women at night. Making that kind of statement, that's not just gonna hurt one business, that's gonna hurt all the businesses in that area. And I think, as Come Geekson pointed out, other businesses benefited from that event too. There was actually a pizza place where we were in front of, where people did, because I know one of the guys, Broly the Mighty, even got a pizza from there. There was, I think, a liquor store down the street. There's a few things, but the area was okay, But again, I want to just praise Awesome Collectibles for staying strong in that kind of situation. And I want you guys, if anybody from Awesome Collectibles is watching this, I want you to know that Vic's fans will have you back. I'm sure many of them are grateful for you standing with Vic and standing for the truth and standing for what's right, and not just blindly going with whatever the loud minority is screaming. It's, again, the only way to beat back a bully is to stand up to him. Because 9 times out of 10, they will back off. So, and from what I've heard, Awesome Collectibles has actually talked to Yelp already and has mentioned, yeah, she's trying to do this. And from what I understand, each time she's put up a negative review, they've taken it down. So, personally, and I know Come Geeksum's made mention of this. I've mentioned it too, where so it's been apparently confirmed that LJ Montello is a diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic who refuses to take her medication. Therefore, I believe her to be a danger to the general public. That's just my personal opinion. I think, if there are any police officers in and around the LA area, I think you should go over to her house and do a wellness check on her. Maybe even put her on a 72-hour hold. You know, she, I think, is obviously a danger to herself and other people. But I can't make anybody do anything. I can just express my observations, my viewpoints, and then just you can make whatever decision on it um, that you need to. So that stuff out of the way, let's move on to the next part here, which is, of course, this day in Nietzsche history, February 24th. So, what has happened in the worlds of comics, cartoons, anime, and all the stuff that is that we talk about here, pop culture and stuff like that. So, on this date in 1970, among their many other titles that they released, Marvel released the fifth edition of My Love, which is another kind of romance comic that were there were a number of romance comics that were like popular throughout the 50s through the 70s. My Love being one of those. It was basically just a bunch of, it's comics that had, love story, kind of like romantic love stories catering to girls. So the fifth issue of My Love by Marvel was released on this day, as well as the 15th issue of Silver Surfer was released on this day. The story from Silver Surfer in that was the Flame and the Fury, in which he was taking on the Human Torch. So on this day in Nietzsche history, of course. 19. By the way, they released February 24th, 1970, so 50 years ago. Just in case you were wondering. Oh, and one more that I just saw. Also on this date, Tower of Shadows #5, the fifth issue of Tower of Shadows, which seems to be, I guess, a horror type comic, was was released on this date. Um, it looked like it ran bi-monthly for until 75. So the fifth issue of Tower of Shadows as well was released on this date in 1970. So moving on then, and I would like to wish a happy 34th birthday to Bryce Papenbrook. He's an American voice actor, dub voice actor, based out of LA, primarily based out of LA. He's done work for Bang Zoom, Animaze, Funimation, and Studiopolis. He's the son of the late Bob Papenbrook, another another voice actor, one who was pretty well known. You can hear Bryce, of course, as the voice of Kirito in the Sword Art Online franchise. He is the English voice of Kirito on Sword Art Online through that series, as well as Inosuke in Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. Some of his, of course, one of his other more well-known roles too is as Eren Yeager in Attack on Titan. So again, I want to wish a happy birthday to Bryce. He's 34 today. Um, he also is the guy who founded Unlocked, the phone app everybody's talking about, where Vic, along with a number of other voice actors and actresses, um, do weekly streams, and they're free streams. And I talked about some of the drama from last week about that too, but that's another story for another day. So, happy 34th birthday to Bryce Papenbrook. And finally, on this date in 1996, the 1993 version, the 1993 TV version of the TV series Biker Mice from Mars finished its syndicated run on this date, 1996. Um, on this date, in 1996, Biker Mice from Mars, the 1993 version finished its syndicated run. So, with that all being said, you guys can check the links below if you want to contact me directly. You can check out my Discord. You can join my Discord if you'd like. Um, let's see. Aside from that, check out my Discord if you'd like and direct message me there. I usually will try to get back to you. Um, as y'all well know, I'm also promoting a bunch of different dub companies because, contrary to what you might believe or might be what you think you're being told, Funimation is not the only game in town. There are other dub companies, other dub voice actors out there you can support. Bryce being one of them, of course. Um, so you guys might want to check that out. Let's see, check some of those other dub companies out. Check out the work that they've dubbed. Um, Also, I'm still promoting the GoFundMe's. As always, guys, never feel like you have to donate. If you have the means to, and it's on your heart to do so, please consider donating. If you have already donated, please consider donating again. And if you cannot donate, then you can still help out the cause by sharing the link. Because sharing is caring after all. And you never know. You know, maybe somebody in your circle of friends might say, yeah, I want to help him out too. You know, he is getting the short end of the stick here. I want to give him a hand too. Um, so with all that, if you like this content, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I always look forward to the conversations with you guys, as long, of course, it's civil and respectful. I generally will get back to you and reply back, if I feel the response is necessary. I do see all your comments. I do appreciate your comments. Um, so even if all I do is just, like and give you the heart, you know, I still see, I'm showing that I still see and appreciate them, you know. Um, Anyways, I hope you guys will enjoy this video. I hope to see you guys tomorrow night for the anime convention preview premiere. And until then, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.